What's going on, everybody? This is Jeff the Altcoin Buzz. I'm making this video um, here as I'm watching the market cap peel back, and I know that some of you guys are watching this also. This is actually I pulled this up about about maybe 35 minutes ago, and you're going to see that when I update this, it's going to go from $755 billion down to somewhere around about 740 to 745 billion. And I want to show you this because I don't want you guys to panic. Uh, because some of you guys might have been buying here at all-time highs, which, as you know, we're trying to get everyone on the same page that buying at all-time highs is not the time to buy. Outside of bread and datum, I wasn't buying anything because things were at all-time highs. I was buying back before the holiday, but uh, since the holiday, we've watched the market rise up, and right now what we're seeing is because the market went way up. Now, not just whales, but regular old investors are taking money out of the market. Now, watch. See, I'm keeping my eye on Bitcoin to see if the money's going to go into Bitcoin or if it's going to come out of the market into fiat. So these are the things that we're having to pay attention to right now. And because I don't have a crystal ball and I'm not a prophet, all I can do is make projections and analyze things as I see them happening. And I'm not here to be in denial about what occurs because all I'm looking to do is get valuable insight into market behavior and share that with you guys and bounce that through the community and us all work together to stay informed collectively because we're not against each other, we're with each other to succeed, right? Now watch this. I'm going to update this, okay? Let's see what happens. Okay, 744. So you watch it go down 11 million. And a lot of these are in the red now, okay? Now, what I'm saying is don't panic at all. Like hold everything, just hold. And what you're looking for right now is the best buying opportunities. Okay? So we're not looking well, if you're looking to sell and take profit, okay, you know where your profits are at, okay? And I'm not going to say don't take profit when you're up 20 times gains or 15 times gains or even 10 times gains. You know when you need to take profit and you do what you got to do. But if you're just new to a position and you're maybe sitting at maybe whatever you invested or you bought at an all-time high and you're seeing it peel back, I'm saying hold, okay? Now, if this market does, if people do take profit off the table, and that's a possibility, and it pulls back maybe to $650 billion, most of you are probably still up from your positions you would have bought in November and December. So we're saying if you're still holding, stick to the plan. Don't shift off the plan. But we're just analyzing what's taking place and we're understanding it. Now, when the market goes red like this, it creates buying opportunities. And what are some coins that I'm keeping an eye on and that we as a community are keeping an eye on based on what you guys are talking about? For one, I am personally keeping an eye very closely on Electronium right now. The reason I'm keeping a very close eye on Electronium, it has been absolutely flat. When something goes flat like this, that means that it's my signal to get ready because at some point this thing's going to go. The problem with Electronium has been the same thing, and they've just been just. It's like Chris Paul, right? Or Derek, who's that guy? Derrick Rose from the Chicago Bulls. Remember Derrick Rose? He could play ball, man. That guy could hoop. He could, he that guy was like an MVP potential, but what happened? He always kept getting injured, right? Electronium's kind of like that, but I'd like to say that because it's not a human that can be held back by injury, that it will be able to overcome it once it gets through that. But it's like this. They have the MVP potential, but they just keep getting injured left and right. I mean, it's always something. I mean, even if you look at their Twitter, they're always saying like, "Hey, oh wow, they tweeted us. Look at that. They retweeted us. We said it was." So this was the community pick. That's cool to see. But I actually have never talked to Richard Ells or anyone at the community. But in full transparency and just blunt honesty, like they are always like, even if you look at their annual report, they're talking about like they don't talk about anything positive. They just talk about like, hey, we're overcoming this bug, we're overcoming this glitch, and it's like, come on, guys, stop talking about the glitches and give us something to be positive about. Like, you guys nailed the tech. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm still very excited about them. Obviously, that's why I'm mentioning them. But if you look at the like this update here, if you just click on that, I'll just show you what I'm talking about with them. But I think they'll be able to overcome that, and I still think they have MVP potential. All right, here, I'll show you. So if we just click on this right here, I hope like us, you're looking forward to a Happy New Year. First off, I want to thank everyone for the patience. Tech update, locked accounts. So they're talking about, oh man, transaction issues. And it just like, it's one long like negative, like, hey, we're still working to overcome our injuries kind of thing. But because of that, I think that assuming they're able to get over this like these constant problems they keep having, that at some point they're going to do one of these rocket ships. So it's like once they figure out how to get airborne and off the ground, it's going to take off. But right now it's just sitting flat. Now, if they're incompetent, and I'm not trying to put them down and call them incompetent, but in a worst case scenario, this whole team is just very incompetent and not able to get things, for lack of a better term, unfuckered. I'm not trying to cuss, but you get it. Fuddruckered, okay? If they can't get unfuddruckered, then this thing will never do anything and it'll just go down. But I do remain hopeful that they can get uneffed and get this thing airborne and rocket ship. So yeah, I'm definitely pretty stoked on Electronium, especially at this price, if you're trying to buy in. Okay, so just putting that out there. Let's see, another cryptocurrency that's kind of taken some heat lately. It's been IOTA. IOTA has gotten some negative press about how they might not be, they might not be the project that everyone thinks they are. And with that being said, here, take a look at their Twitter. Like I said, if you're not already on Twitter, Twitter's where you get your information. You follow all your tokens that you're staying up to date on, and then you know when the updates are coming out. I don't know how else you're going to get news besides YouTube from your favorite cryptocurrency if you're not already on Twitter. It just doesn't make sense to me. And we do our best here at AltcoinBuzz.io to deliver the news and information to you, but here, this is coming straight off IOTA. Look at only 21 people have commented on 181 retweets and 378 likes, but I know there's a whole lot more people invested than IOTA that have even seen this. So if you're invested in IOTA, you should be on their Twitter following them, IOTA token. Okay? I've never talked to anyone. I've never talked to David Stabo. I don't know anyone on the project. All I know is I'm an investor looking at the project. But they've got some news that they're dropping here that's going to possibly send this thing on a moonshot. IOTA partners with ITIC, International Transportation Innovation Center. So we want to know, who are these guys, right? Okay. Mobility innovations are born here. So I'm looking through this. I want to understand this company. It's a no-name company by all accounts, but are they a no-name company? Do they have some capital behind it? What do I need to know about them? These are the things. If they're partnering with these guys, it's not Microsoft, it's not IBM, but it's a step in the right direction, I would say. So I am keeping my eye on IOTA. They are dropping news consistently. IOTA building a global alliance of smart mobility test beds. I think it's good that they're getting called out in the mainstream media for having some issues with their tech, but then again, we hear that about Ethereum, we hear that about not really Litecoin, but Bitcoin. We hear that about obviously Electronium. So it's good that they're getting called out, because it'll force them to have to resolve some of these issues and provide us with some clarity on some things but also buying opportunities for you, Let's see what else we got out here as we watch the market. Now it's down to 741 billion. So people are pulling money out of the market and putting it into fiat and not into Bitcoin, really. Bitcoin's up, but it's not up. Now the price goes back up. So but there's still a lot of red here on the hourly. Tron's peeling back. We watched Tron hit 22 cents. Now it's down to 15 cents. A lot of people took profit. Okay. I'm still holding all of my Tron. I didn't do anything with any of my Tron because overall, long term, I'm looking forward to Tron. I did sell all of my Verge. So I did mention that a couple times. If you missed that, I have sold all of my Verge. And I'm not telling you guys to sell or buy or hold anything you don't want to do, but that's just my opinion on it. Salt. I'm liking salt at this price because it's down over the 24 or the 7-day. PivX is down, so that's a buying opportunity for PivX. Monacoin is a buying opportunity. It's good to see this Dent coin get going because I still like Dent at this price. Kin is up big. I'm waiting to see some news from Kin. They're a solid project, but they just need to start being a little bit more chatty. If you know anyone at Kin, let them know that their marketing has been an epic failure for what they're working on, and that's not, it's just people don't even know about them. And I think if more people knew, they might have more respect for the token or the coin. What is it, a coin or a token? It's a token. But their marketing is just out of this world, like not even existent. And that's what they need to work on. They could probably learn, a lot of cryptocurrencies could learn a lot from Power Ledger. Power Ledger's doing a whole bunch of talking. Now we're ready to see them start putting the project out there. That's my take on it. Like, let's start delivering on this. Let's get back to the tech and keep the marketing going, but keep delivering on the tech. I mean, sure, they've closed a couple deals in Thailand, but what are they doing in some of these other countries like the United States? Now we're not seeing, most of this stuff is all in the green. I mean, this is incredible to see Electra. I stayed away from it, but it's nice to see bread. But why are people taking profit on bread already? You guys should be holding your bread. Like, this is, you're taking your profit. You're going from like 160 to 250. Like, that's not even 2 times gain. So why are people taking profit on bread? That's weird. It should be holding that. That's a long-term hold, guys. But it's creating a buying opportunity for you guys if you haven't already got into it. Grosstal coin is still legit. A lot of people like that. I still really like this one. It's been rising. Yeah, it's definitely hitting all-time highs, but it's still got a lot of room to grow. Yeah. Even down here, I mean, we're seeing a lot of red. Mobile Go, what's up with that? Are they gonna do something here? Manetha has just risen way up. Manetha used to be a basement dweller, and now it's up. If you've been watching my channel for a while, we were talking about Manetha when it was at 7 cents, like last month, talking about how it was going to go, and it did. And that was back when it was at, I think, under $20 million market cap. Now it's at $81 million. WeTrust is a sleeping giant. I would say, if anything, this is a sleeping giant. People don't even know about WeTrust. It's a sleeping giant. I'll say that 10 more times if I have to. In my opinion, it's a sleeping giant. Shield, maybe if you're trying to get into Verge, this might be a better alternative to Verge. From what I've heard, this is, see, it's on that Tor. I'm trying to understand who the developers are behind Tor to understand if I even want to get into it. But Shield, I like Verge. It's got a great potential, but at these prices sitting at an all-time high, I'm kind of waiting for it to stabilize, LaToken. This one is, we made a video about LaToken when it was at like very low price. I mean, LaToken is rising and it's still undervalued, I would say. We were talking about LaToken back when it was down here. Look at that, $12 million market cap. All right, so now as we close in on these $12 million market caps, let's see if there's anything like LaToken going under the radar that has big potential. We have to keep peeling back a bit. What's up with Publica? I'm still excited about Publica. People taking profit on that because it went up 336%. InvestFeed, it's good to see InvestFeed start to get some life. It is. But even their platform, I'd like to see them keep advancing. Like these projects, their timelines and their delivery is off. I'm not saying that. Look, I'm patient, okay, but come on, guys. Like, keep enhancing the product. Keep building. It's like once you build a city, like don't just put a community pool and a road in there and then say, okay, the city's built. No, you keep building the city. You know, Rome wasn't built in one day. I get that, but dang, like keep building out your projects so that people have a reason to keep investing. Don't just put a product out there and be like, okay, it's up. Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, sure. I sound like I'm a cranky Hank over here, but guys, I mean, that's what this is about. Like innovating and creating and staying focused and not just drinking eggnog on private islands because we went up. Like get back to work. And I'm not saying they're not working, but if we don't see any growth from some of these projects, then you know, right now, if you've already got social send, I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm going to stop talking about social send until I get some more clarity on what they're exactly doing. If you've already got your profit, maybe it's time to sell your social send, unless they're willing to put out some information that's going to give us something to be excited about, like a product. Now, granted, they're only at $12 million market cap, and if they do deliver a product and they go to $100 million, that would be interesting for that product, but to see how that product looks, right? But down here, this is the one that I think I keep hearing about, and my cousin has been telling me he took out a massive position on this, and I should have bought a lot right here, but I think it's still under a penny actually. I got to understand this Linda coin, so stand by. This Linda coin, I'm going to take a look at Linda coin. You guys have been talking about Linda coin. Like I said, my cousin talked to me about Linda coin, and I'm going to take a look at this Linda coin and see what's going on. All right. So I'm putting out this video to say hold, keep an eye on the, hold your positions. Don't be a weak hand and fold. Okay. Just bear in mind that as things go up, people take profit, whales take profit, mid-level, intermediate investors take profit. You can take some profit if you're up on something, you know, big time, of course. I'm not telling you not to take profit, but don't fold on something that you just jumped into because it goes down. That's the crux of this video, okay? Don't be a weak hand and fold and take a loss because we're still in a bull market. If you're taking losses and you're down on your positions in this bull market, it's because you're short selling way too soon, and that's what I'd rather you guys not do, because I don't want to see you guys get a bad taste in your mouth about something when it's really a massive opportunity. What's this? Steam. Steam's a great product, but you know people are taking profit on it, rightfully so. I mean, it's at a $1.6 billion market cap and it's grown a lot. I'm still holding all my Steam because I think it's got a lot more potential. But yeah, we'll take a look at this Linda coin, and I'll get back to you guys. So this is just an update. As things go red here, hold and look for buying opportunities.